What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review, and I am finally back from my vacation. So this is actually, the first video that I've recorded close to it coming out in like an entire week. And while I was gone on my vacation, a new reroll comp popped up. So I want to watch Kurumx play this comp. This game should be really, really fun talking about this comp because it plays some units that I'm really excited about, some that I've yapped about a little bit in the past, so really, really hyped for that. Before we get too far, I do want to yap, to self-promo and say my coaching class, my TFT class on Strongest Board, there's only a few days left. As this video comes out, you're probably only gonna have like 2 days left to sign up for it. So if you want to sign up for my Strongest Board Masterclass, check the link out in the description down below. It's cheaper than a regular coaching session, but you guys still get to talk to me about, in this case, it's gonna be Strongest Board, and if people enjoy these, if people like them, then I'll do more on all kinds of other fundamentals in TFT, or maybe we'll just do like VOD review ones. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, link in the description. You only got a couple days left to sign up. Kurumx right now has a mythic start, and just opts for the magic wand here. It's actually a pretty interesting take. I mean, obviously, a cut above you don't really want to take in this position with the mythic opener. With stationary support as your option, I'm a little bit surprised he ends up taking magic wand here. I mean, both are fantastic. Both are good augments. It's just magic wand tends to be a little bit better later game when you have more units to actually care about this AP, and stationary support tends to be just a strong augment early game. Is what I've seen, but looks like he's just looking at magic wand to get the rod because he knows he wants to play some kind of AP comp from this game. And I think in Kurum's head here, he doesn't necessarily know that he's playing any kind of reroll variation right here. He's also going to opt to play Star Weavers instead of the mythic opener. This will allow him to make gold, right? Yeah, because we're champion delivery here. We got that Yone, so we will be able to make a 10 gold here by selling off a bunch of stuff on bench. And so I think that's his idea. He's probably, in Kurum's mind here, thinking about potentially angling into like some kind of reroll comp, like a Zyra reroll, and then we'll see where we go from there. But early Zyra, Restore Weaver, this there's a decent bit more reroll in this new patch, probably because they changed the odds this patch. Like I said, I am coming back to this patch like a little bit, not having seen everything that exists, but I think it probably makes sense that reroll's a bit better this patch. You can look for a lot more 3 costs on 7 with the shop odds change, which, I mean, honestly, I don't know why they even changed it in the first place, but that's fine. But yeah, we're going to play the Star Weaver board for a couple of early rounds. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, my voice is like a little deeper than it usually is. I got a little bit sick coming back from the trip, just what happens when you're traveling, I guess. There's coughing babies on planes and other such things, so you get deep voice Sub-Zeric for a while. I guess other thing that I'll yap about, not really yap about, other thing, just little fun thing for you guys while we're just watching a pretty chill early game here with a Rek'Sai 2. Yeah, I mean, you'll play a Rek'Sai 2 on this board for level 4. It's a very easy level up here. I bought some figures while I was out, and I got a Saitama figure. So check out this this cool Saitama figure. Me and him. The face is actually like really good. I'm actually pretty pleasantly. It's hard. Oh, there we go. We got the focus on. It's got this shiny paint on the figure, and like I really love how dynamic like the cape is, with him just tossing his cape like that. It's so sick. All right, carousel here. We have Gwinsu components open, I believe. Looking at maybe like a death cap here. I don't think you want to go. And Nashor's also looks fantastic. Yeah, off of the bow or the belts here. Yeah, I mean, it's a good item to build out of the bow. I would think, unless we're going some kind of Morello setup here. I would be quite happy with the Nashor Slam here. Also plays really well into this Zyra comp if we do end up playing that, but that's not what we've been playing this game. But you could certainly see us playing Zyra reroll from this spot. So yeah, I would have to imagine if this fight is at all close, we end up slamming the Nashors here. And yep, there comes the Nashors. We were fighting. For a second, I thought that was Lucky Paws, but it's just a really big Goboko with a declaw on it. So yeah, I mean, we should be able to easily beat this board just because level 4 Goboko is not going to be able to kill our entire board. And the hope is that we just continue the streak, get a 4th streak going here. And yeah, man, that's wild. With already just the Amumu off Carousel, Kurumx says, I want to play around this new Lux reroll comp, which is wild to me that already he's angling for it that hard, but I think it makes sense. I've watched a lot of people play this comp, and it looks insane. Last patch I was talking about the Teemo Lux variation, but Kurum's probably gonna team builder it right here. There it is. Yeah, Lux, Janna, Amumu, Alawi, Diana, Zyra. It's more of like a Janna Lux type comp where you play around those guys, and then obviously like Alawi plus Amumu bridges the gap pretty well to get you a good front line. Obviously you want to play Amumu with Lux, and then like Janna and Lux are allowed to kind of duo carry, and then you can add other carries later game, like the Morgana. I imagine you can play Zoe on that board, but I guess we'll see. Because who is your Arcanist? Once again, as I said, I'm catching up on this patch, but this comp looks fantastic. Pick up a couple of Rivens, which would be good if we were playing into more the Zyra reroll, but yeah, this is Kurum's default here. He also picks up the Alawi there from the Champion Conference, which is really nice. So yeah, now we can start pivoting into more of like a Lux type board. And yeah, it looks like he's really, really confident in this Lux unit. You're gonna make the Death Cap just because it makes the most sense. I don't want to really summon Archangels, and leaving the tier open allows us to slam a static Shiv onto Janna, which should be fantastic. So yeah, just in Lux, we trust here to kill a bunch of units. I'm not crazy, right? I don't believe that they buffed this unit this patch. I'm gonna pull up the patch notes while we go through patch 14.12 TFT, because like Lux just seems. I feel like people are okay. Yeah, they did buff Lux pretty considerably. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. That was a gift of gold from Tristana, right? I was looking at that, but yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense why people are angling for it harder. Augment here, you don't want late game, you don't want branching out. Golden Remover is okay if you have to take it. I would prefer a better combat here. I'd like Best Friends here a lot. Yeah, I feel like that's a very easy pickup here. And Kurum's gonna do this thing, which I love when you're playing 2-cost reroll, is a relatively deep roll down on level 6. I think this is so important when you're playing 2-cost reroll, and I think so many people. Oh, and he better remember to Best Friends here. I think he's lost in the sauce here trying to build out his board, so he actually forgets Best Friends here. Got Best Friends value onto 0 units. A little bit sad here. Looks like we're fighting a Fortune board here, so a little bit high roll. Actually, really high roll to fight a bad board here, because it's very reasonable that we lose this fight playing down a Silver Augment and missing all of our upgrades there. So actually really high roll to get to 6 streak here, because this could have been disastrous if we fought somebody really strong. But hey, all good. We have a Lux here. I fully expect to see Kurum roll here, and now that he's got 3 really big pairs here, you roll probably until you hit like Lux 2 here, and yeah, after Lux 2 now we can stop rolling here. I love this. I think this is perfectly played with the roll down, and you have to do this when you play 2-cost reroll. I think so few people actually do this, and so many people say I have to get to 50 gold. Kurum easily rolls down to 40 gold here, and I think he would have rolled down to 30 gold here if he didn't find that Lux fast enough. You need to be streaking stage 3 when you play this 2-cost reroll, because this is one of the strongest points in the game for this comp. Is stage 3 when you can roll on 3-2, find all your 2 stars. This is going to allow you to streak into stage 4, and you're going to end up a little bit weak stage 4 unless you're a high roller and you hit everything really quickly. And that's fine as long as you win streak stage 3. But the problem is when you like lose stage 3 and then lose stage 4, sometimes you're just dead, or you hit your entire board, but then you end up dying. And I'm actually really surprised we didn't go static Shiv here. But yeah, you end up hitting your entire board so late that you just end up dying, because this is not a comp that is very often going to win out unless you get insane augment setup or like you hit insanely early. So you need to be strong during this phase of the game because of that lack of a win out. We pick up the Diana here, so we're going to move into the more Sage version of the board, get out some of those other units. Also, we are fighting a double declog Kovoko here that's heat-seeking onto our backline, which is really rough. So this is going to be the end of our win streak, I think. I mean, I don't see. I mean, it's actually, man, Lux is such a monster this patch. Holy, she's actually insane. Like, the fact that we killed everything there was pretty wild here. But yeah, we've now pivoted to the main version of the board, where we're playing a few kind of like clusters of units. We're playing this Warden cluster of unit, we're playing this Dragonlord cluster of unit, the Sage cluster of unit, and then this Arcanist cluster of unit with the Lux plus the LA. Also, I don't know, thinking back what I thought the other Arcanist was going to be Zoe. I mean, it's Lux. Lux is an Arcanist. I'm sure there'll be people yapping in the comments about that. We also see Kurum do something, and I'm curious how much he does this game, is the middle of the Lux. I've seen some other people. I was watching Frodan watch some of the like in-houses today, and there's a decent amount of middling Lux that I saw. So curious to see how much, if that's just default positioning for Lux, or if he wants to like swap that around. I guess we'll see. Amumu 2 is a fantastic pickup here. We just need to get some items onto him, actually. Also, I imagine you itemize Amumu first in this comp as your main tank, but I'm not 100% sure, so it'll be interesting to see what Kurum X decides to itemize. Also going to be really cool to see where, like, what his rolling looks like here. If he wants to roll a bunch more at 6, I believe the odds of finding 3 costs on 7 are a little bit lower now, or 2 costs on 7 are a little bit lower now with the odds change. So I believe you'd want to roll on 6 here for your 2-star, or your 3-star 2 costs, and then you can think about pushing levels. But it is not like the old patch where that's something you'd really want to do. I mean, we get dropped to Redemption Spark here, so our items end up working out actually like perfectly. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I guess the idea was that these would become our items on Amumu, Spark probably being one of his better items. I haven't looked at the data, but I imagine that's why we ended up picking Rod off Carousel here. You get the Amar shred. I would think you would want Shiv to shred the backline, but who knows. Augment here, I mean, I guess D-Lord Crest is not terrible. Gives you a Janna and a Diana towards your 3 stars. It seems fine. I don't really love Dynamic Duo. I mean, they did just buff Crown Guarded, but you're only going to have the 1 onto Amumu, so I'm not that excited for it. Curious to see what Kurumx takes here. Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, I mean, we roll a Comet Caster. They nerf Comet Caster this patch, but I believe it's still quite strong. There's also a second Best Friends, which is a good pickup as well. I think I would go Comet Caster here. I know they did nerf it here, so yeah, we do end up going for the Comet Caster. I want to just do a stats check real quick, which is going to make the video lag out a little bit. I'm sorry, but I want to see how good Comet Caster is after the nerf. Still fantastic. Okay, so yeah, still seems like the obvious pick there, especially with this Lux with Nashers and Shojin just going to be infinitely casting here. Also, the Amumu getting a little shield onto him after he casts seems really, really nice. He's gonna like be able to heal up and use his spell while he's shielding, which seems really, really smart. Also, just buy more time for the redemption. Everything seems great. Yeah, we're 8 Luxes here, so I imagine you roll the 30 gold here. There's another Amumu. I would roll twice here. Ooh. Another, I mean, I don't think you prioritize Zyra 3 that highly in this comp just because you're itemizing Janna as your secondary. And I guess you probably, between Diana and Alawi and Amumu, you probably just go for whoever you're most reasonably going to hit. And I think that's what Kurum's doing here, is scouting to see how reasonable it is that he hits Diana 3. And based on this, it looks like he's made the calculation that he doesn't think it's that likely that he's going to hit Diana 3 this game. So he's just going to keep the Alawis, keep the Amumus. I think this makes perfect sense, right? You have to make some kind of sacrifice here. Item-wise here, we're looking for either we're looking for a final Amumu item, ideally. Probably like a Declaw here. There's also a Janna with Belt, which could be nice. That's an extra Janna. The only problem is we already have... I mean, I guess it could be like a Sunfire Cape. Looks like he's really thinking about it. He's going to go Glove here, which I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what Glove is for, actually. Like TG? Yeah, I don't know. Glove. I'm curious to see what this... I'm really interested in Kurum's item priority this game. I feel like he's taken so many items. I mean, the Rod for the Onyx Spark, I think, makes perfect sense, but this is kind of interesting. Also, just the level up here, wants to keep Streak here, gets a second Janna onto the board. Seems pretty reasonable. And now we're going to go level 7 now that we've hit our 3-star in the Lux. We don't need to continue rolling for Janna on 6, even though that is the best odds. We've hit the Lux. We really want to hit everything 3-star. We want to hit a Mumu 3, potentially Alawi 3 as well. So I love this. The push 7 here. It's a little bit more straightforward now, I would say, when you want to stay 6 versus level 7. Last patch, I think it was a little bit sort of like soft. Like you can go 7 on in a lot of circumstances, and then roll for your 2 costs there. But now I think it makes perfect sense. You want to roll a lot on level 6 for your 2 costs, and then push 7 for your 3 costs. It's really, really straightforward. Golden Orb here. Let's see what this is. Bunch of gold, and I mean, you tend to not love Steadfast Heart on Wardens because they already have that built-in damage reduction. Ooh, that's a lot of moves. Yeah, currently rolling. The idea is, because I'm thinking about this roll here. I believe the idea behind this roll is that, one, you could find something that would be better than just a second Lux, and we do end up finding that second Amumu or the second Janna, and we're also one off Janna. So there's actually like a lot to roll for in this circumstance. I think this makes sense. Like a Morgana would be a huge spike here. You get that extra Sage and Ghostly in. Also, I believe we are going to win this fight, right? Yeah, this Lux is a monster. 13k damage. This unit is Lux broken? Certainly seems like it, honestly. It looks like Lux got a little bit overbuffed this patch. I'm down for Lux to have her day in the sun because this unit was so bad so much of the set. Like, Lux Reroll basically never was a thing until now, so I'm pretty happy for this to be the case. I imagine we're going to continue to roll on 7 here because finding 3 stars is better than pushing 8, but looks like Kurum's looking at just the level 8. Okay. I mean, that allows you to put in more Sage units. Item-wise here, I mean, you do have just JG, like, Gargoyle. Seems fine. JG Steadfast might even... Or, not Steadfast, but, Lux, Mumu. Also, don't look at the screen real quick, or you're gonna get spoiled what the score of this game was. All right, we're back into the game. I accidentally hit the back button on my mouse and skipped out of the VOD, but there is no way I'm gonna re-record this VOD now. 1 hour, 22 minutes. This was the early game. Okay, we're here. End of stage. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back to... Oh, look, that only took a few seconds. I like Krungar JG here, I think. I'm curious to see what he ends up making. Because I hate Steadfast on this Mumu unit. I think Crown Guard's quite good on him. Looks like he's really in the tank thinking about this. Maybe he's thinking of Crown Guard TG even. Because you could go, oh, Deathcap Steadfast. Okay. I mean, Deathcap undeniably a better item on the Janna than JG. Steadfast really irks me onto the Amumu, but I don't know. I'll go back. I'll go and look at the stats of this game to see. I mean, why do I say I'll go and look at the stats after the game? I never go and look at the stats. Explorer, Amumu 3, and then I'm going to go to items. And I'm going to look at Steadfast, negative, whatever, and then Crown Guard. I mean, stats say Crown Guard is a lot. Well, it says it's like 0.2 delta better, which is honestly lower. Like, I thought it was going to be even better than that. But yeah, the stats say it's like a good bit better. We also opt to push 8 here. We end up getting an Azir onto this board, which is not bad. Gives Invoker to everybody, which is going to be really, really nice, especially with Combat Cast, right? To get everybody casting, getting those shields. Imagine we're going to sell these Annies here in order to make 10 gold here. If we have to, we can sell the Zyra as well, but maybe he's going to hold on to the Annies here. Okay, he's going to stay open for the... Oh yeah, and he opts to sell the Dianas here. Okay, Morgana has to fit onto this board. I would think it's just over... Okay, he's gonna... Okay, actually, this is really sweet. So yeah, we play the Annie now over the Azir because we need more frontline, and then we just play Morgana over second move. I think this makes perfect sense here. If you ever find a Wukong, I imagine you just play Force Sage, but the Annie here pretty nice. Maybe you even do just play the Annie. I mean, it's the anti-heal that we never found this game as well, which is kind of nice, though she is not very tanky. She dies pretty easily, and yeah, I mean, with this many Amumus, it's gonna be relatively easy for us to find it on level 8. We just need to find one more. Okay, so the level 8 push, I think, makes a lot of sense this game. Ooh, I wonder if Janna... Yeah, oh my god, the Deathcap Janna in the end just finishes off that guy. What an absolute beast here. Assume we're looking for Janna item here. Could be Gwynsu, I guess. Okay, could be Crown Guard, I guess, for an Alawi, or... We're not Crown Guarding our Janna, are we? I mean, it's not the worst thing. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot for us to roll here. I like this roll here. And now with this Morgana pair, there's even more for us to roll here. So I think rolling to 10 makes perfect sense here. Now that we have the Annie too, we just Crown Guard the Annie, which I like. And we're probably not hitting Alawi through this game with how much we've rolled and not found many Alawis. Hopefully we win this fight and we can get back up to 10 gold. I mean, the big thing is we just need to find a Mumu at this point. Also, man, look at our HP. We've just been so strong this entire game. 90 HP. We just barely lost. We lost just one fight or two fights this game, I think. But a Lux has just been a pillar of strength this game. And, ooh, look at this. Yeah, I like this a lot. Sell the Alawi here. We're going to give up on the Alawi 3 Dream. It's just there's too many out of the pool. We've rolled so much and seen barely any. And, I mean, very frequently it's going to be hard for you to hit Alawi 3. That's one of the other reasons I would think to tank a Mumu, is because it's actually pretty reasonable for you to hit a Mumu 3, whereas Alawi 3, it's just every comp uses her. The other thing to note here is that we've basically been middling Lux the entire game. I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it just allows her to be always hitting the edge. And, you know, like if she kills one corner, she's going to redirect to the other corner. Whereas like if you put her opposite, it's kind of difficult. So I think this positioning makes a lot of sense. It's interesting to see that Kurumx just prefers it in every circumstance. I mean, I could see it, certainly. There's a Mumu 3, so now at this point here, we are done rolling on level 8, and we just look to push level 9. We're going to go for Janna item off of the Dragon, I would have to imagine here, and yeah, we just want to go 9 for the Force Sage, I would think, and yeah, I mean, we're hard chilling here, get random Irelia, I mean, that's fun, I guess. Crack this open, Shojin or Nashor's here, I think it's Shojin with no mana gen, but I'm curious to see what he actually takes here. Yeah, I think it has to be Shojin. But yeah, this looks good. We're actually going to swap to the right side versus this guy last second, and we do end up sniping this Ashe. Man, Ashe is such a tough matchup into Lux because you want to corner Ashe for that positioning for the sniper, but you just get absolutely farmed by Luxes. So yeah, just cool to see the easy win there versus that Ashe. That is one of the easiest matchups. One of the reasons why Ashe has a little bit of trouble in this meta right now is just because it's so hard for her to deal with Lux. Like, this Lux just farms Ashes for breakfast. That person looks like they're actually positioning pretty well for the Lux, just middling their Zoe here. So we are going to corner the Lux. I think this makes sense. If they're middling their carry, you don't want to middle your Lux because then you're never going to be hitting their carry. But this way, once we kill Morgana, it's still going to take a while for us to get to the middle, but maybe there's hope that eventually we could get to this Zoe. I think that makes a lot of sense. This looks like a pretty tough matchup, though. Ooh, oh my god, this Lux unit. I thought for sure that fight was a loss, but man, we made it a dub just with the power of Lux just doing damage. I mean, She got through a D-Claw, man. This is insane. How much work this Lux. Okay, play this. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but like I'm saying it right now. Play this well before they nerf it, man. This Lux unit seems disgusting this patch. We middled Lux again here, fantastic against this Syndra on this side. Means we're just gonna snipe her in 3 casts and then just work through the rest of the team. Man, this Lux unit is so fun to watch go to work. I feel like she just is doing so much. 10k damage from Lux. We just got T-Lides 3 left. I don't know if that actually is T-Lides or somebody else. I have to imagine it's the red buff pickup here. We're gonna go for second Shojin here, but yeah, I feel like it should always be red buff here. Either just as third item onto Janna or onto Morgana here. I know that you have the heal cut from Annie, but yeah, I feel like red buff is just better. Zyra Khan, I mean, I guess you play it if you have to. You would, I'm sure, prefer to play something else. I guess you also have the heal cut kind of from Zyra, but they're both very unreliable. Sort of like there's your Annie heal cut dead, and like Zyra's still alive here. I guess I don't know. I like building heal cut here, but I don't think it's gonna make the diff in this fight. It is an easy dub for Kurumx with this new Lux reroll comp. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, link to join my Metafy class. You only got a couple days left to sign up for it. Is down below. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.